We're losing!
Teamwork, guys, more teamwork.
They're burying us alive!
Well, shit.
Jeez, Louie.
Honey, don't you want to beat those bastards? In my book, we're going to be winners.
Listen, I ain't got nothing left inside, because you're training like a damn bum, you know that?
Screw them.
What are you doing? What are people doing?
Is this early access to?
Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Get out there now and do the best you can.
All right, welcome to episode 10 of the Bad Fodder Figures podcast. Captain Mike M. And let me be the first gentleman to wish you a happy new year. We are recording this on New Year's Eve. So in just a little bit, everybody will be smooching their ladies. So I'll be doing that virtually. I don't know about you guys. My wife's not home. So
Neither is mine.
Matt, you
I'm
want
just
to come
hoping
over
this
and
is-
smooch me?
Yes, I do.
I'm just hoping this is the year my ball really drops. I've been waiting forever for that. Every year they say it's going to happen. It doesn't. Oh, I'm just hoping.
How long you been holding on to that joke? A couple of years?
Yeah, at least.
Oh, boy. Well, I brought the beer. Who brought the bitches? Blow-up dolls,
Cocaine.
balloons.
No. Just the crown.
Just a crown.
Just a crown. Just a tip.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take a moment here to reflect on 2017 real quick, and you guys can certainly follow up if you like. I thought Matt the other night when we were playing with the usual suspects said it very eloquently to Mark, Team Chaos Theory, that we appreciate all the views and the listens and the participation. And certainly I think over the last couple months, those guys, Ian Hale and the Veterans Gamers, like I said, Team Chaos Theory, and all those people, bibbers, that come in and hang out with us and watch us and listen to us. So it's very much appreciated. Usually we save that stuff for the end, but I didn't want to forget. And it didn't come to my attention. Well, first of all, I want to thank the mafias, Latina Mafia and Mafia Thug, because they've introduced us to a lot of these people. And as I was perusing Discord today, I hate those numbers that pop up on my phone and show me how many unchecked messages you have. So I like to go in and clear those out. I'm a little anal like that. Sorry. And so as I was going through there, I noticed a post from the Mafia Thug that they recently lost their 13-month-old granddaughter. And I wasn't aware of that there was something going on. So I just want to, at the top of the show, extend my condolences. I'm sure you guys feel the same way as well, and can't imagine what that feels like. So I just want to say that we're thinking of you guys and our condolences.
Absolutely.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So again, 2017's been a great year for us, and the podcast is doing well. And gentlemen, welcome to Double Digits. We are now 10 episodes in. And
We're verified.
yeah. We're like the real deal. We're almost legal. 11 more episodes to go. And,
I can
Depends on
start
the
drinking
state.
on the show again.
What's that, Matt?
So then I can start drinking again.
Okay.
You've been drinking,
I'm
I think,
drinking
since
right now.
You've been drinking for a week straight, I think.
I think so.
I mean, Matt
Yeah.
is usually, people out there, Matt is usually tucked in by 10:30 at night, and I think the last couple nights he's been up to 2:30. He's been partying right with us, right up to the very end.
Yep.
But he's staying up late, he's drinking, and he's spending money like a wild person. So what's going on with Matt?
I'm telling you, he's dying.
Let's hope not.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's crazy. It's been a crazy week. It's been a lot of fun. I'm not going to know what to do Tuesday when I go back to work.
No, you're gonna have to go to work to get sober.
Oh, easily so, yes. I got to go to work to get sober.
Hopefully they
Absolutely.
have pizza. Hopefully they have pizza when you get back. Pizza Tuesday. Do you like pizza, Matt?
Yeah, pizza. Yeah, pizza rolls. Pizza rolls, pizza, and you guys heard of that TV show called Shameless?
No. Shout out to gamer goalie Dave. He's a big shameless guy, and he likes pizza too.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. Well, let's talk about some New Year's resolutions here real quick, Matt. Since you've been on a bender for about a week and a half, anything you'd like to change with yourself or in the new year? Anything you're focusing on? Less beer, more beer, more cigars?
I would like to get back into my healthy lifestyle I had here about a year ago, lose some weight and that, and just get back into what I had before going on with the clean eating and all that stuff. So I'm getting into some more of that, some more exercising and stuff like that.
So you're gonna cram in all the nastiness between now and what, midnight? So you got 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Well, actually, I'm cramming it on between now and Tuesday when my doctor is. So I got told 9 o'clock tomorrow. 9 o'clock is when I got to start fasting for the doctor visit.
9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
9 p.m. tomorrow night. My appointment's at 9 a.m. Tuesday. So
12 hours of fasting.
Why do you got to fast?
They're doing blood work and stuff, so all the junk's got to be out of your body. They don't want like a donut that I ate that morning reflecting off of the blood results or something like that.
Then I had to give him insulin shots because he's eating donuts.
Well, just eat a box of Oreos and then go in there.
I do that before I go to the dentist.
Give them something to look at. Make their day interesting. Anything else besides health, Matt, that you are looking to change in the new year or tackle?
Trying gaming wise, I'm going to try and finish some of these games I have. Try and do that before I buy anything else.
Don't we always say that?
That'll last until Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out.
Now, what about you, Eric? Are you looking to arrest more people, let more people go? What do the police officers do for New Year's resolutions?
I just want to make more money. That's it. That's all
money.
about.
I thought it was just money. I thought money was important. It's just money.
It is, but I want to make more of it so I can spend it more.
So you could do another. You can do another tour of a different house, and
Exactly. A bigger house.
That was very nice.
A bigger house.
An upgrade.
Bigger house. That's right.
I've been pounding my head against the wall, figuring out who put that bag on the floor. How rude of them.
Yeah.
I know. I was listening to you guys when you guys were playing Fortnite, and I was like, man, I don't know where that bag came from, but I didn't see it when I walked through there. I was like, what the hell is that bag right there for? Freaked me out.
Bag trolls.
I got a question for Eric.
Yes, sir.
Do you think ninjas are going to come to your house or something? Why do you have like a freaking lock on every single door inside the house? Codes and stuff.
I want to answer this for Eric. Can I answer it for you?
Yeah.
Because it's cool as hell, bro.
Yeah, it's cool as hell, bro. But not just that. I mean, let me tell you why. Because my kids come down here and take my shit, and I never see it again. Like they'll come down here and take my Xbox.
Do they know you're a cop?
Yeah, but they'll come down here and take my Xbox controllers, right? And I'll never see them again, or they'll give it back and it'll be broken.
Oh.
And these are 20-year-old people, 18-year-old. I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't happening. You ain't doing that. Either we're going to fight or you're going to give me some money. One of the two. So to avoid all that, I just put a lock on the door.
And do they try to get in or guess it or anything? Or they just... You have glass doors. They ever come up to the door and just press ham?
No.
If they're listening, they're going to start... Yeah, take the controller. Just go.
Yeah,
I don't care. I got glass doors, but they don't try to pick it because I have you can't pick them. They have a metal thing in it where you can't pick them.
Yeah,
you know how some people use a credit card and all that stuff.
Yeah,
nah, bro, can't do that.
I was a little disappointed that when you shut the door, that the window didn't get frosted. You know what I mean?
Hey, Mike, that's next. I'm working on that.
You're working on that. All right.
Yeah.
So Eric wants more money.
Make more money.
And you're already in good health, right? You're already hitting that gym at the workplace.
I guess
it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Now, Jeremy, I imagine you just don't have any resolutions. You just want to get healthy. You've been sick for a few days.
Yeah, I mean, well, I would say I'm kind of along the lines of Matt, though. I've been eating like an idiot for the past week and a half, and like even tonight before my wife left for work, she's like, "This refrigerator is ridiculous because it's full of like leftovers and stuff." She's like, "Get this gone." I'm like, "All right." So I've been eating various forms of the multiple Christmas dinners we've had for over a week now. So just trying to get rid of all that stuff. I hate to throw it out when you can still eat it, but at the same time, it's like, geez, man, these pants got shrunk in the dryer again or something. I don't know what's going on.
I always say that to wife. I go, I just put this on last week and it fit great. How the hell did you shrink that on me so quick?
Yeah, so there's that, and then it's like kind of like Matt said on the gaming side. I've been tossing around. Back in 2013, that was the year the new consoles came out, and that's when I put together the first version of my home theater PC that I'm using today. I did a backlog challenge where I forced myself to not buy any games and play a bunch of games that I'd had that just been sitting around. So I got a nice little library of stuff that I haven't even touched or that I got halfway through, like Horizon and Final Fantasy 15 and stuff like that. I'm really contemplating just tapping the brakes on some of the new stuff coming out and just really buckling down and playing some of those things. So I don't know. I haven't gone full mode and making that commitment yet, but I've been thinking about it.
You know, I was because we don't have much news this week. I was thinking of looking over the top 50 like most anticipated games for next year. And I said to myself, we got other stuff to talk about. They really don't want to, do that. But you said you're going to put the brakes on it. So let's go through some of these and see if we can entice you. Anthem, you no interest in that.
On the surface, yes, but I have a feeling as more comes out, it's going to be another Destiny Division type thing.
Yeah.
I know you're just itching to open up, play your Xbox. So Crackdown 3, Darksiders 3. Are you pre-ordering any of these as I mentioned them? Far Cry 5.
No.
Yes.
God of War.
Yes.
Eric buys everything. Yeah, God of War and Red Dead are the only two that I'm really like. I really think I'll have a hard time passing those up. But God of War is going to be single player only, so I think I'll get by with that. Red Dead's going to be the hard one though. That might be my exception. I don't know.
Last of Us Part 2. You're a big Mega Man guy, right? No, maybe not.
No.
Oh, I know you're a big Metal Gear guy. Metal Gear Survive.
No.
Metro Exodus. No. There's Red Dead on the list here. I'm, surprised. Sea of Thieves. There it is. There, I found one.
Oh, okay. Shit. Never mind. Calling it off.
State of Decay 2. Spider-Man. We're almost at the Z's here. We're almost done with this. Yeah, I don't see too much here. No. Yoshi. You're just going to buy Yoshi for the Switch. Oh, you need a Switch to start with that.
Right.
You might be safe with just getting Red Dead.
Yeah, it might be a good year for this. I'm really, and I'm talking like some really good games that I have and I just haven't touched. So it's not like I'll be bored.
I have no faith that Anthem will come out this year. I think that's a 2019 game.
Well, even if it does, it'll be late. So
right. And then you'll be like New Year's resolutions. What the hell is that? That only counts for February and March, right? Fucking springtime comes, everything's out the window.
Lenten, right, Matt?
Lenten. Yeah, let's talk about that again. What did you call that last night?
Lenten season.
Never heard it. I've heard of Lent, right? But I've never heard it called Lenten season.
Yeah, Lenten.
Lenten.
Lenten. Lenten.
What does that mean? Letting stuff go or something?
picking your belly button lint.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, Eric, you've heard of Lent, right?
Yeah, I know what Lent is in the church, and I know all about Lent, but I'm just saying, what is Lenting? Just doing it.
It's not Lentine. It's Lenten. Lenten. It's just on the music. It's Lenten season. I don't know, like hunting season. It's rabbit season.
I think it's quite the opposite of hunting season. The little I know about Lent, I want to think it's the complete opposite.
Yeah, Lenten.
So when does that kick off again? I can't get my...
sometime in February, I think. Some Wednesday in February.
Yeah, McDonald's will let you know. They'll have
Yeah, the fish
fillets.
Yeah.
on sale.
That's when all
Lent.
the fast food restaurants start giving us the fish sandwiches.
In many liturgical Christian denominations, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter Sunday form the Easter Triduum. Lent is a season of grief that necessarily ends with the great celebration of Easter. Thus, it is known in Eastern Orthodox circles as the season of bright sadness. See, it's not Lenten season. It's bright sadness. Will you fucking get it straight?
Wow.
Lenten season. All right. Enough of that religious stuff. I guess resolutions for me? I don't know. Same things you guys are saying. You know. You know how to.
Yeah.
There's nothing really profound.
I'm gonna be a better person. I'm gonna
Yes.
do whatever.
Yeah. I'll go out 5 minutes into the new year for Mike tonight when we're playing a game. He gets pissed off. Fuck
Oh,
you
man.
guys! God damn it!
Oh,
Jesus
man,
Christ, what's going on?
I was so frustrated. I streamed some games earlier today. I was so frustrated. My PC hasn't been doing well with Fortnite. I've been getting some memory leaks or something like that. The CPU usage is through the roof, anywhere between 80 and 100% as I play the game. So I wanted to test out a bunch of other games and see if it was just Fortnite or what. And I picked some really shitty games because I realized I didn't have many installed in Steam. And I was getting frustrated. And then we finally played that game that Jeremy bought, Who's Your Daddy or something like that. I couldn't figure out shit what to do in that game. That was
entertaining to watch you play that.
Yeah.
Speaking of entertaining, how about last night trying to kill the Predator for 3 hours?
Yeah, do you like pizza?
Oh man, I love pizza.
Yeah, we
You guys
tried
see Shameless?
These are all inside jokes. If you didn't happen to catch our stream last night, 3 hours we played Ghost Recon Wildlands. They have a Predator special event that's going on. I don't think it's permanent. I think it's just a few more weeks or whatever, or days. And so yeah, you had to kill the Predator basically to get some gear unlocked. And we started at 9:30, and at 12:30 we were like, "Fuck this!" It was just we'd have some rounds where we just did terrible. We weren't trying, and then we had some try hard rounds, and we still couldn't beat this SOB.
Did you at least see him or know where he was at? Or
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he's just
Yeah, I mean, he was just typical Predator.
One hit kills you. Yeah.
He cloaks himself, and then he appears. But once he's got that ray on you, forget about it. You got to get behind a massive tree, and good luck with that. So that was a lot of fun. Things that are not gone on that haven't been fun is some swatting incidents. Have you guys heard about this?
Yeah, I have.
Matt, what do you know about this?
So apparently, a guy was playing Call of Duty with some people online and he got into some type of argument or what have you with another player. Now, do you guys want to know what swatting is?
It happens during Lenten season, right?
Yeah.
It's the fourth part of the Triduum that they don't really want to talk about.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. The police come and shoot you in your home while the bunny rabbit's coming.
All right. Matt, come on, Matt. Get serious. This is a real podcast. What the fuck are you doing?
Anyways, says here, a California man was arrested in connection with a prank call to police that led to a man shooting death in Wichita, Kansas. The incident is the latest example of swatting in which a person makes a false report to draw large numbers of law enforcement or SWAT teams to a place multiple locations.
All right. Slow down for one second.
Yeah.
Eric, have you ever been involved in a swatting, meaning been called to one?
No, not at all.
You don't have those in your area? It's not your jurisdiction?
No, we don't usually get that too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never heard of anybody locally here getting that done.
I guess the question I want to ask, so typically, like Matt described, or what I know is, hey, I just killed my such and such, or there's some guy in here and he just killed, and everybody comes out rolling deep, right?
Right.
Is that typical police protocol, you think?
That everybody rolls deep?
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll, yeah.
You bring the SWAT team in and everything like that? Or?
I don't know about the SWAT team, but you bring
a couple cruisers.
Yeah, you bring a lot of officers. You know, if it's a shooting, you know, yeah.
Right.
You don't have to bring the SWAT team. No.
Yeah.
But like once you get on the scene, don't you do some type of recon to see who's in what room, what like if you're actually looking in a window and you see a guy just sitting at his computer or sitting on his couch in front of his TV.
Oh yeah.
Like I guess I don't know the details.
You do a recon and then you go back and then you figure how you're going to enter. You're going to either call him out or you're going to break down the door.
Right. Okay.
So yeah,
dude's
you do that.
One more round, team deathmatch, bro. One more round.
There's no pause in online games.
But
I mean, a lot of times you roll up and you hear commotion. So you know what I'm saying. So you got to roll up a certain way. But if nothing's going on, you break the door down and go in there.
Well, let me ask you: what's worse, nothing going on or commotion?
Nothing going on.
Yeah, because
if it's commotion, you know where the shit is at for the most part. You know what I mean? You don't have to be blindsided so much.
So this guy, was in Kansas, and the guy he was playing with was somewhere in California, Matt?
In Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in Los Angeles County Jail right now. Said the deadly prank began Thursday when a 911 operator in Wichita, Kansas, received a call from a man who claimed he had shot his father and was now holding the rest of his family hostage. So just like he said, Mike, they claimed to shoot someone or something going on there like that.
Yeah.
It said the police surrounded a house at the valid Wichita address. A confused 28-year-old man, Andrew Finch, stumbled out his front door. Within seconds, he had been fatally shot. Due to the actions of a prankster, we have an innocent victim. If the false police call had not been made, we would not have been there. I wonder why they just started shooting when he came out the door there.
Sounds like I don't know. I feel like I'm giving too much credit to the police there. No offense there, but something else had to have happened, right? I mean, I can't picture a police officer just like
he probably was. They probably said they communicated a threat. If I come outside, I'm going to kill all of them. Or something. Something they said to him made him shoot him.
I got what you're saying. So it's the person, the prankster.
Yeah.
I got you.
I see. Okay. So he might have still been on the phone with 911 or something like that when they...
Exactly.
Okay.
And he might have communicated a threat like that. But we get... But Mike, what we do get... we get what's called a 911 hang-up all the time. And that's pretty scary, too. People call 911 by accident. And we have to respond to that. And they hang up. Oof, it's the worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't know what you're getting into then.
Exactly.
They don't say anything. They just call and hang up.
Yes, people say they call and they might be the wrong. They be like, "Oh, I messed up," and they hang up real quick. And our dispatcher say, "We got a 911 hang up at such and such a house, such and such whatever. We gotta go check it out."
Man, yeah.
911, no joke.
That's right.
Jeremy, I thought you were the DJ, man. I thought you were gonna quick at the trigger there. No.
He's not feeling well.
Sorry, I still got pop that pussy queued up. Sorry.
Live crew.
So that's what happened. So the poor guy died there, got killed, but they got the other guy arrested. Tyler Barris is his name, and he's held in jail right now. He's 25 years old.
No, I wonder what they can get him on, manslaughter or something like that. I don't know.
You know what? I don't know if it really says here what they got him on so far, what they're charging him with.
Probably with a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. Should have crossed state lines. That's when the feds get involved, right? When you do stuff.
Well, they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if he's going to use this as his defense. The World Health Organization says video game addiction is a mental health disorder. So is this what you think he's going to use as his defense? That I've been playing video games for he's 25. I've been playing for 10, 15 years, and now I have a disorder.
So the titles are a little misleading. It's not because of disorder. They're saying it's disorder due to addictive behaviors, how people can get addicted to games and so forth and that.
Oh, sure. I could easily see that, completionist.
You could
go ahead.
Yeah, you can be addicted to video games, but you don't have to be an asshat while you're playing them to other people and call SWAT teams on them.
Right. Exactly.
That's a whole other issue there.
Yeah.
What else is it saying here, Matt, about this this disorder? Are there any are there any warning signs that we should see in ourselves as we play these games and stream, or anything that? Is there anything in this article here that we should be worried about?
Very pale skin and deep black eyes from not being outside. It's more aimed for children's learning, health, and social skills could be impacted by some of these games and not being addicted to games. They've been researching this for since it looks like 2013. They've been doing some researching and stuff like that, and but mainly it's because of the addictive nature of it. Okay, and so people get addicted to it, and of course, you've heard stories over in China and Japan of people dying in some of these arcade rooms and stuff like that because they play for like 24, 48 hours straight, and without getting up to go pee or eat or anything like that, and they just kind of kill themselves.
So they said they've been studying gaming addiction for decades. Negative effects of gaming, including addiction, depression, and aggression. I just feel terrible about myself right now.
The behavior has this significantly impair personal, family, social, educational, occupational, or other aspects of your life.
I can quit anytime I want.
I'm going to play after we podcast tonight.
Children's learning, health, and social skills could be positively impacted by playing video games. That's what my kids are using as their defense.
That's what babysits my kids.
My wife and kids are away in New Hampshire right now, and I'm not sure if you saw this on Instagram, Matt, but they were at some sort of like arcade, and there was a big sign up there from Ronald Reagan, who was, I'm not saying a proponent of video games, but he was just echoing what I just said, that children can learn various skills by playing games. The ad said something to the effect of, now don't go home and tell your parents that I'm for you playing these games, but they do have a positive effect on your life too.
Well, where was I seeing the other day? I was read somewhere. I forgot to put it in the thing. Where like some of these new Navy ships and stuff have like Xbox controllers.
Yeah,
to control the ship and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to go to that joke. That just seems like, all the incidents with the Navy's had crashing into boats.
Well,
shit.
Stick drift.
Stick drift. They had scuff controllers.
Oh, let's have an update on that, shall we?
Yes.
So I sent it back before Christmas, and so I think I had the tracking number, and I saw it was delivered the day after Christmas, so I sent them a little thing like, hey, this thing arrived, when should I hear back? Well, it's got to get checked in first. And I said, okay, that makes sense. So I said maybe a day or so, and they said, well, we'll let you know. So I don't know, you guys are pretty familiar with the controller, right? It's not that big. I mean, how long does this thing take to get checked in? I understand there could be other things they're checking in too, but it didn't get checked in until yesterday. So that's what, the 30th, the 26th or 30th, so roughly four and a half days around there.
Right.
So still no resolution. And, Scuff's support team on Twitter was, just responded back to me yesterday. Why don't you send me a DM and see if you can help me? All I sent them, put in the DM, was the RMA order. Oh, you should call this number if you need support. They didn't want to deal with it, So if I don't hear anything by Tuesday, I will be calling. I tweeted the CEO because some of my friends on Twitter have dealt with him in the past and said he was a really cool guy and has hooked them up, and I'm using quotation marks there, and he'll be able to resolve this for you. No response. So hopefully by next episode I'll have an update, but right now they have my money and they have my controller. And
you need to swat him.
Yeah.
We just said that's a disorder, and we just talked about resolution. So I'm going to wait till Tuesday. Wednesday, everything's fucking full on.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Man.
Nah.
Hey, look. Speaking of stuff coming back, I got my Xbox back.
Oh, let's hear about that. Let's hear about it.
So, I mean, it took like a week to get it back, but I got it back, and I was standing by the box. I was like, this better be the Scorpio edition. It better be the same thing. Crack it open, it was Scorpio edition. Nice. And it was actually my same one because my control and everything still works for it. You know what I mean? So when
you etched your name underneath it?
No, I checked the serial number, though. It's the same
box
one.
Was here.
That's right.
Nice.
And I plugged it up, and my controller, to turn it on, user control, it was already linked and everything, so it was the same.
Nice. One. So nothing's blown up yet. Can you tell any difference? I mean,
no, everything seems pretty cool. I don't know.
Did they give you any reason? They just said, "Here's the box. Here it's back."
They said it's been fixed. They didn't say in the paperwork nothing. Huh. I'm like, what was wrong with it? Because what was doing it, but the power was on. I could see the Xbox logo lit up, but nothing was coming up on the screen. So I'm thinking it was either the video processor or something. But I don't know. It works now, so that's all that matters.
You didn't have to pay anything, did you? It was all free.
No, I didn't have to pay a thing.
Good.
Matt, I would have blown that whole place up if I had to play so.
Easy, Ark. We're streaming. Come on now.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. Please.
What was the total turnaround time between the time you shipped and got it back?
About a week and a half.
Damn.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not.
I mean, if that's your only controller, if money doesn't grow on trees and you don't have like a basement with like a thumb pad and all this other crazy stuff going on,
right?
Then it could be an issue, and if it's your only thing, and then you wait in 10 days, but because video games are addictive. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
They are.
They are.
All right. Well, we got some voicemails. Let's take a quick break here. We'll play some music, and then we'll be right back. Sounds like a plan.
May I help you? Operator?
Are you the operator?
I'm long distance, sir. Overseas, may I help you? Directory assistance, may I help you, please?
Hello. Hello again. Hello. Hello again.
All right. The voicemail line was hot and heavy this week. We have many people on here, many people to get through.
Love it.
Let's start here with this gentleman right now you might know. Here we go.
Fodder figures. What's up, gentlemen? I'm back.
Sounds sick.
It's your boy Vaughn from Virginia Beach with the DSF crew.
Hey, Fred.
In. Just want to ask y'all a quick question. I was in GameStop the other day during the holidays, and I noticed that they are selling these remakes of the Mattel, and I think Coleco had one of the little handheld quarterback football games that they had back in the day. Three quick questions for you guys. One, have you ever had one of these systems, one of these little handheld deals? What's your memory of having one of those? I never personally had one, but my friends had one in the back of the classroom. We used to put it on mute and play two-player and pass it back and forth in the back of the class. And then three, would you buy, if you never had one, or even if you did, would you buy one of these remake models? And I understand this is the one that you can't pass. I think it's just you run plays, but the ColecoVision, you could actually, it was called electronic quarterback. You could actually pass the ball and run plays and all that good stuff. So let me know what you think about that. Thinking about that, my first handheld was called a Microvision, where you could change out the faceplates and play different games. If you guys haven't ever heard of that, check that out. They're selling one on Amazon for $1,600. That's crazy. All right, and then last but not least, I want to shout out Fred French. He gave me a shout out last show. Y'all know he's unofficially the fifth member of the crew, right? Fifth member of the band here. So just want to shout out Double F. And every week we tune in to hear what Fred's got to say. So shout out to Fred French. Peace.
I like that. Double F.
Double F. That is fresh.
Yeah, that is nice. Like Double F.
Fresh Fred French.
Yeah, that should be for the 2018 Double F.
Double F. All right, who wants to start answering his questions there? Matt, you ever handheld guy?
We did have a Microvision at home.
Man, Matt, dig it out, Matt. You can get $1,600, bro.
It's over. I guarantee it's over in the game closet over my dad's house still.
You better
where
get
all the
over
board
there.
games and stuff are. And we had them little, the mini Frogger and the mini Pac-Man little arcade games. You guys remember those? We had some of them. And then we did have a little like ColecoVision football and ColecoVision baseball.
Yeah.
I'm
going to take this back real old school. You know what I had?
What?
I had those hand. I had a stick and a ball. It was called stick ball. I had. Remember those? This is old school right here. Those. It was handheld, but there was no electronics. There was water inside, right? And you had to get the hoop onto the other hoops.
The basketball and the ring toss.
Yeah, ring toss.
Yep.
I used to play that shit for hours.
Yeah, man.
Then you want to play with your Big Jim and the Wolf Pack.
But look, I had those things that Vaughn was talking about. I had a football one that was green. I had a football one that was white. I had a basketball and a baseball, those handheld ones. And yes, I would play them today. I'm gonna have to get up there and see if I can get me one of those, man.
I had the vintage Coleco, the head-to-head baseball one that sort of looked like a stadium.
Yeah,
I remember that
had
one.
that too. Head-to-head football, head-to-head baseball. Yep.
So what was his question? Is if we did we own them? And so all of us are kind of saying yes. Jeremy, did you own such devices?
I didn't have my uncle had the ones you guys are talking about. I had the later ones, the Tiger handheld ones. Do you remember those?
Oh, those are the fancy ones.
Oh, I mean,
I'm looking at it right now.
The
Vintage
LCD screen.
Yeah, vintage 1988 Tiger electronic baseball. Yep.
Yeah, there was a time where I probably had like 10 of those. Like I had the baseball, the football, the Double Dragon, the Ninja Gate. Like I went through a phase where I had a ton of those, and I would not buy them again just because I know that in my head I know that they were fun and I enjoyed them, but I can tell you they would not hold up well, and I know that just based on the stuff that we've played since then that would just look like hot garbage.
I was always tired of that. What's that on 9-volt battery? Right,
Yeah.
always like breaking the cable.
Put it on your tongue.
Yeah. So what did he want to know? If we would play them again?
I would.
You would.
That's just a classic, man.
Yeah. In front of your warm and cozy fire. Matt's a big enthusiast about a warm, cozy room, right? Would you say when you if you need to go to your happy place, is it pretty much your happy place? Besides that other place, this is your.
It's like 0 to 5 degrees with negative wind chill tonight. Yeah, so anywhere there's a fire in my house is nice and warm.
All right. Well, thanks, Vaughn. We appreciate that, bringing us down memory lane. Let's see who else we got here.
Fodder figures.
It's a real double F.
What is up, gentlemen? Here we are, rounding out the old year, getting ready to welcome in the new year. Champagne toast, all kinds of parties, all kinds of food. Yip, 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 yip. Here we go. Let the ball drop. Yes, sir. We're all
Fred is high,
aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Great show last week, gentlemen. Great show. I'm going to say it here. I left a few comments on Twitter, but I'm going to say it here also. I like to thank Eric for that video he left us with his house, that tour.
Yeah.
Beautiful house, sir.
Awesome.
Your wife goes above and beyond when decorating, and I know you've told us that many a times on the shows, but my goodness, your wife is 1 in a million with the way your house is decked out for Christmas. Outstanding job.
I'm thank her tonight for
it. It is coming along sweet. Yes, indeed, sir. Beautiful. Great job. Thank you for sharing that with us. Greatly appreciate it. Going to keep it light again this week, guys, because we're still in the holiday spirit. Question this week. What was your favorite cartoon growing up? You know, let's go back a little and just reminisce of the cartoons we used to watch. I watch some of these cartoons nowadays, and I feel old because I'm sitting there scratching my head saying, how in the world are these kids watching this? It doesn't even make sense. Give you one of my favorites, the Flintstones. Really, really enjoyed the Flintstones. Not sure why or what it was, but always liked to watch the Flintstones. I mean, there's many more. I'm not going to go into a lot. I'm just going to give you that. Flintstones, the one off the top of my head. I'd be just curious to hear what you thought about. Even if you have any thoughts on cartoons nowadays, throw them out there, guys. Throw them out there, man. All right. I hope everyone has a great holiday time, great holiday spirit. Happy New Year to everyone listening. And as always, gentlemen, arrivederci.
All right, Happy New Year to you too, Double F. I think we've touched upon this, or maybe I touched upon it on Gamers in Beta before, but let's hear you, Matt. I can only imagine. Davy and Goliath?
Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry and the Tex Avery cartoons.
Which one?
Tom and Jerry and Tex Avery, yeah.
Tex Avery. I don't know what that is.
You guys would know if you saw them. They're the cartoons where, like, they were featured people, like the one that had cars of the future, and so they would show, like, these cars that would be, like, funny in the future or something like that.
Oh, so that's the guy who made them.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I know you're talking about. Yeah. I know you're talking about.
But, yeah, Tom and Jerry and those cartoons.
Right.
Great.
What about you, Eric?
Man, I'm going to break you off with some Super Friends and the Justice League, whatever, back in the day, and some Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
Man. Some Jetsons, man.
Now, would you say the Scooby-Doo is like jumping the shark moment when they brought in Scrappy-Doo?
Yeah, they were struggling around them times. Yeah. But
John
the whole
Knotts.
old school Scooby-Doo with the mystery van and Velma and oh man, that was the best, man.
Everybody know Casey Kasem was like the voice?
Shaggy, yep.
Shaggy.
Shaggy.
For like forever, right?
Yep.
It's crazy.
What about you, Jeremy?
Oh, there were so many, but I'd have to go with He-Man just to go along with all the toys that I had. And
you got to go with that too.
Yeah, well, and I was thinking about whether or not that was it, and then I looked over at the few DVDs that I still actually have, and I have the entire collection of all the old ones. And then they did a remaster of them, or not a remaster, but like a reimagining of the whole series, like back in 2000, and I got all of those too, which it was actually pretty good. It got a little anime-ish at points, but yeah, I'd say that's got to be my all-time favorite.
Nice.
Definitely, definitely He-Man. G.I. Joe was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, G.I. Joe's. Yep, I had all the G.I. Joe toys too.
But also Beetle Bailey was something I always watched. I don't know why. So that's really old.
I just saw that in the comic strip. I never saw it on TV.
I know, yeah. I've never seen it on TV.
Yep, I remember Sunday mornings I used to get up early because after my grandparents went to church, they used to always drop off donuts for us, and they would my uncle would leave them in the back door, so I'd be sitting there waiting for the donuts, and Beetle Bailey would always be on TV at that time. But there was what are all those Hanna-Barbera cartoons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the splits.
I don't remember all the names of them and stuff like that, but I used to watch all those too.
Great Ape, Speed
the Laugh
Buggy.
Olympics. The Laugh Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Yeah.
But
Captain Caveman.
Yeah, Captain
yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Hong Kong Phooey.
I do have to disagree a little bit with Fred because I only have kids now and I end up watching some of the cartoons that are out. I know this one is like, people really either get it or don't get it, but I love Adventure Time. I'm not sure if you guys...
I don't even know what that is.
My kids watch that. The Clarence is another one.
Clarence
I like Clarence. Yeah.
Clarence is
I like Clarence.
No, Clarence is the one with the fat kid, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one I don't like is the other fat kid with the star on his belly.
Oh, yeah. I want to say Stevie Wonder, but it's not Stevie Wonder. It's like
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe. That's it. Yeah.
Stevie Wonder.
The Teen Titans is actually pretty good. Like they know that parents are watching that one because a lot of the references they put in there are straight up not even for the kids. So that's a decent one. That's an easy one to sit through if you got to sit through them.
And I think I've probably seen all of like Gumball. My mother comes over and she can't stand that.
Oh yeah, Gumball. My Mel used to watch that in the morning before going to school. So I'm early in the morning.
I'm so out of touch. I don't even have a clue what y'all talking about.
It's a good thing. That means you don't have any young kids anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to the phone line. These next two callers all come from the Carolinas, and they have something in common here, which you'll soon find out.
They live in the Carolinas?
Hey there, bad Fodder figures. It's Lucky Phantasm. I just wanted to wish you guys a happy new year. Recent tragedy that happened with the swatting incident in, I believe it was Kansas. What are your thoughts about this? It seems to be happening more often, and I believe this is the first fatality in it. And it's unfortunate that this had to happen, but I'd just like to get your guys' thoughts on it. And also, I listened to all your shows. I binged them all. You guys are doing a great job. And I hope to hear from you soon. Peace out, and Happy New Year.
Anything else anybody wants to mention on swatting, or do we feel like we covered it all?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I think we're good.
We're good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Sean, for the message, and Happy New Year to you as well. I try not to listen to these voicemails beforehand, so I like to be surprised along with you guys. So when that happens, sometimes things go out of order, but we addressed that at the top, Sean. Yeah, this person here.
Hey, it's Lucky Phantasm again. Let me try this again, a little bit slower this time since I got a little bit of time on my hands. So what I meant by my last voicemail was with the swatting and you guys being online now, are you concerned with any of that happening and whatnot? I guess is what I was looking for. I also wanted to comment that I'm glad to see Matt's back with the terrible topics. Those things are awesome. I almost drove off the road a few times listening to them. I binged them on my way back down to South Carolina. And I watched the video of Glovebox. That room is off. I mean, it is just, man, that's some serious shit right there. That's some serious Nintendo love. And, of course, Jeremy, and I can't leave him out either. I love all you guys. You guys are doing a great job. And I hope to get the chance to play some Fortnite with some of you or something. PUBG, possibly. I'm not sure, but since my last voicemail was a little hurried, I wanted to at least call back in, so this will give me to make up for the last podcast as I haven't left voicemails. All right. I love you guys. Shake it easily.
Before we talk about swatting, do you guys like pizza?
Oh, I love pizza. Thick crust type of pizza.
Well, he does. You know, this is an angle we didn't talk about with it. So we're trying to do more streaming, right? So all three of us, and Eric makes an appearance when he can. Has that crossed anybody's mind that there's someone out there? Let's just say in our immediate circle, someone maybe who's not. Friendly with us anymore or anything like that. Do you ever feel like that could happen?
I mean, it could, I guess, but I guess the guys that, and especially when I jump in, I hear you guys. Yeah, it seems like you have a good relationship with the guys, and they seem like good people for the most part. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't think, unless you piss somebody off and call.
Yeah, I mean, Mike brings Christmas cheer into PUBG. You know, he gets everyone singing Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, and I guess for me, when I'm playing stuff, I'm in my basement, so unless they got some really odd-shaped cop. Well, no, unless
up with chat.
Some odd-shaped cop that can fit through like an 8-inch tall by a 1.5 foot window or something. They're not getting in my basement anytime soon. So, I mean, don't be dicks to people online, and they won't do stuff like that to you. I mean, I don't know why anyone would waste that time.
Yeah, I think it was a lot more to that than just, the dude just got killed.
This is what we need to do. We need to have Jeremy in his basement and Eric outside, and we time how long it takes for Eric to get into the basement.
Yeah. I like this idea.
On the next stream.
I like this idea.
Instead of who's your daddy, who's your cop?
It's going to take me a while because I probably give up. Be like, you know what? Whatever.
All right. Here we go.
What's up, guys? I haven't called in a while, pretty much since the baby was born. And yeah, Glovebox, you're right. I'm not going to have any time to play multiplayer games with It's been nearly 10 years since I had a newborn. So, but yeah, pretty much playing games that I can pause. A lot of JRPGs, since they're pretty much constantly in pause mode, with the turn-based and all that, is absolutely perfect for playing with a situation where you have to get up constantly, to go help out or do something, So those type of games really lend themselves well to, being a parent. So, I mean, I haven't even really played Destiny or anything, and the wife plays that too, so, and she hasn't really played it, and we have the season pass and everything, haven't even really got into the new content, so. But anyway, it'd be cool to, get on at some point if if the kids go to Granny's or something. But I'm still around, listening and, to the old 40 beta.
Oh,
but,
throwing shade.
Talk to you guys later.
Well, I told you they had something in common, right?
Yeah. What's up, guys? Sorry for calling back again, but yeah, I actually forgot to comment about something. The whole different colored controllers. I actually was looking into those too, just because I have a problem to where I have two black controllers. If I'm playing something and then I get up and I set my controller down, every time I grab the wrong one and turn it on, would you like to sign in? And I'm like, fuck. Don't matter where I put it, I'm going to grab the wrong one. So it'd be nice to know I'm playing with the black one, I'm playing with the red one, or I'm playing with the silver one. That's a cool reason to have different colored controllers, or just, I've seen those decals, but I don't know, as much as we play, if we're sitting there playing, would they because one of my biggest pet peeves is having some sort of sticker in the little corners coming up. So, I mean, if anybody has, experience with those, I guess, controller skins, let me know, because, it'd be kind of cool to have a customized looking controller for, $5, But, not if it's going to sit there and drive me nuts. I'm going to rip that motherfucker off. But anyway, still listening.
All right, thanks, Chase.
All right.
So I've had those for lack of a better term, those condoms for condoms for
condom.
Yeah, for the controller. I think the company that makes them, or the ones I've purchased before, they're called Foamy Lizard. The only problem with them, those two problems, is they might have improved the quality, but oftentimes when you're trying to charge the controller, some of that material is around it, so you have to sort of stretch it out a little bit. And same thing with the face buttons. So on top, you might not be able to push down all the way because that material is there. So you got to do some maybe cutting so that they don't get in the way. But my son plays, his controller has got one of those red condoms around it. Chase, if you need some, I think I got a few extra ones. I can send them your way. You can try it out.
Grab yourself one of those silver Sharpies or something. Just put a little X on or something.
That's what I do. That's how I separate my controller from my kids' controllers. I have on the bottom, I have a silver Sharpie X.
Because your kids do what to your controllers?
They ruin them. They absolutely mangle controllers, and they get their sticky, grubby hands all over them.
I like when Matt says they gum them all up.
They do. They gum all, I mean, the buttons are all sticky and stuff. You can't press buttons down and stuff. They want to
not broken. At least they're not broken.
They're broken in my mind.
My kids break mine.
Mm. Well, we're going to move on to what we've been playing. That's all the voicemails for this week. So we appreciate everybody that called in or called in twice. Mm-hmm. Matt, will you do the honors, please?
508-659-BFFS. 508-659-BFFS.
Thank you, Matt. Let's get into what we've been playing, and this is going to be the virtual reality segment because Eric's played a bunch of games that he wants to talk about, and someone on the podcast has purchased or received from Santa some new hardware. So let's. Who wants to go first out of you two? Anyone want to dive right in?
I want to go first because I want to listen to Jeremy. Want to relax and sit down and listen.
Okay.
To him. All right, mine is real quick.
All right.
So I played the Counting Plus. You was asking about that last week.
That's
Mike.
like the cursing cloud, right? Doesn't that thing drop F-bombs and stuff?
Let me tell you something, man. That is not ready for the kids, bro. There's no love for the kids. They curse constantly in this game, man.
Oh,
worse than this podcast.
Yes, way worse. I mean, and the comedy is if you. I don't watch Rick and Morty. You guys watch that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's the guys who do this, right? They do the voices for the game and everything, and it's bizarre, but it's fun. If you can understand that, it's totally bizarre, cursing all over the place. But
so what's the gameplay like? Yeah, go ahead.
The object is it's like that VR game where you're in the office. What's it called?
When you're in the
Jeremy, you know which game I'm talking about?
Job Simulator.
Yeah, it's like Job Simulator. It's kind of like that, but what you have to do is you have to go. They put you in these rooms, right? And you have to get out of the room. In order to get out of the room, you got to find a VR headset. And once you find a headset, you put it on your face and you warp to another area. Okay, but to get out of the room, they're cussing at you. They're telling you, call you all kinds of MF and telling you all kinds of stuff to throw you off.
Who's yelling at you?
Whatever character's in that room.
Okay. And now this is in a workplace. It's just like so you're in a room.
No, it's not. No, it's not a workplace. It's kind of like that game, but it's not in a workplace. Like I was in a room with a big Jabba the Hutt looking thing. You don't know what the hell it was, but it was a Jabba the Hutt looking thing. And in order to get the headset, I had to find this knife. I found a knife and I cut its stomach open.
Oh.
Now, how did that look in VR?
It looked crazy, and all the blood was squirting everywhere. It was hilarious, and the stuff he was saying while I was cutting the stomach. Don't do that. What are you doing? It was out of control.
Is that going to be like the new thing when people come over instead of playing the kitchen and Resident Evil? Are they going to be cutting Jabba the Hutt?
No,
it hasn't trumped it. Okay.
No, it hasn't trumped it at all. But it's a little bizarre, but it's fun and it's funny. It has some laugh out loud moments in it. It was funny.
Nice.
But would I tell somebody to go buy it? I don't know.
Is it a polished game, or is it just kind of thrown together?
It's pretty polished as far as.
I mean, I would think it would be a polished game. It led off the friggin' Game Awards, didn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of polished. Yeah, I liked it. I don't love it. If I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I'd give it a 7, between 7 and 8, somewhere in between there. It was cool. It was cool.
Do you feel like it takes you out of the experience when you're laughing at things when you have VR on?
No. It just feels like I'm right in there, and it's great actually.
Okay.
Let me get to this next game. Okay, y'all remember Pilot Wings on the Nintendo 64? One of the best games ever, right? Okay. They got this game, and I'm sure they have it on Steam too, Jeremy. It's called Ultra Wings, bro. Let me tell you something. This was the most fantastic game I played. It's just like Pilot Wings. It's almost a replica of Pilot Wings, but you're actually flying this damn. I don't even know what it is. You fly a couple different airplane kind of gliders and stuff like that, and you got to fly through the rings and you got to shoot balloons and stuff. Let me tell you something, bro. The first time I took off, all I need is to set a box fan up in front of me, and I would think I was outside, bro.
So it's got a realistic look to it?
It is so real. The feel is what it is, bro. It feels like you're in an airplane.
Mm-hmm. Now, flying, Star Wars Battlefront guys, right?
Oh, God.
And especially Battlefront 2. We get sick without even being in VR.
Oh, then you don't need to do this because you're going to have a trash can by you.
Oh, my God.
You're going to hurl all over the place. I'm telling you that right now.
So how is that appealing?
What it feels like.
So how is so?
Because it feels like you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not prone to getting sick, which I'm not, so. Okay. But it gives you the actual feeling. I've never felt that before. I mean, I've been on those roller coaster ones and stuff like that. No. Those are cool, but this is outrageous.
So you're gonna have the wife set up the fan and try it?
I'm gonna set up the fan. I have to because I think that would
you
be
gotta
totally.
record that. We need to get that.
That would,
Yeah.
that would be
Please.
totally mind blowing. Telling you.
Wow. And what type of planes are you flying?
You're flying like these gliders.
Are these like old school, like Charlie Brown type planes?
No, like a they're not like.
They're like modern gliders, like modern.
Yeah. What like you're sitting in like a metal frame glider with a stick in front of you and like a propeller behind you. You know what I mean?
Like that thing that pitcher. What was that pitcher that just died? The guy that played for the Phillies and Blue Jays.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
My Alexa's talking. My Alexa.
I'm the host of this show. Alexa.
But and I got one more. This one called Roller Coaster Legends or something like that. And it was like really cheap, but it's really good. It takes you on this roller coaster ride for like 10 minutes.
No, you don't have to build the roller coasters, do you?
No. You just ride this thing. Just sit there and ride. It costs like $8, something like that.
How many roller coasters are you allowed to, like, does it have?
Just one, but it's a really, really long ride. And it goes through the depths of this, like, fireboard and water and all kinds of stuff.
Okay. And you can like feel it going up and down. And
Yes,
stuff
sir.
Like that?
I'm talking about big time.
No,
and they have some serious drops.
So I'm wondering how that's a game, not more of an experience. Like, is there anything that you can do to like alter like the path, like what?
No, only
why
thing
would
you
you
can
play
do
it
is-
again? Just for the experience.
Yeah, it's just an experience. It's not.
Well, I guess you pay less than that. You pay more than that to go to an amusement park, right?
Yeah.
So like, you consider like an $8 ride in your house.
Yeah, exactly, and it's totally worth it too. It's a really good ride.
How long would you say it is?
About 10 minutes.
Damn,
that's a long ride, bro.
It's a long ride. Most of
have a
these
trash can by.
Most of these crazy rides these days are what, like under 60 seconds?
Minute, maybe 2 minutes if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Get you a trash can, Mike, and you're good to go.
Now these are all on PSVR, correct?
Right.
And now you are. It sounds like through Discord that you are committed to getting the new PSVR. When does that come out?
I am. It's out now. I'm about to get it. I was going to sell mine to.
Any takers? Did anybody hit you up?
People, they're thinking about it, but
they're curious.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm just gonna have two, I guess, because I'm about it. I need my HDR pastor.
Gotcha. All right.
But that's what I'm good. Let's get to Jeremy. I want to hear this.
All right. So Jeremy, what did Santa bring you?
I now am the owner of an Oculus Rift Touch.
What's the difference between that and a regular Oculus Rift?
So the first Rift, my understanding is what they call the DK1 and the DK2, which were the dev kits. Those were just the headsets. What is now I think CV1, which I think is commercial version 1, which is what I have. That has the hand grips with it too. So it's the headset and the hand grips. And that was kind of one of the big differences between the Oculus and the Vive, was that the Vive you had to have all the sensors set up, but the Rift you didn't. But now you kind of do. But there's only 2 of them, and they're very small, like, and easy to deal with. So. Okay, so I got 3 stages to go through to talk about. So there's a lot. I got my cough drop in. Hopefully my voice holds out. So, several
grief.
Right. Well, several episodes back when we were talking about all the Black Friday deals, and Eric's like, "Oh, bro, you got to get it. It's great." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. It's a lot of money." If I would have bought one of those, my ass would have been grasped because my wife already had this for me at that time.
Oh, boy.
Right. And actually, at one point, I found out because after talking to you guys, and I think I mentioned my boss at work came in that day, and he was all jazzed about PSVR. She then was second guessing getting the Rift and bought the PSVR at one point. So because she didn't know which one to give me. So at one point she had both of them and had to decide on which one to send back. So eventually she sent the PSVR back. So I got it Christmas morning. I'm like, holy crap, because I really didn't expect her to spend even that much, even with the crazy sales. So that's the first part, is thank God I didn't actually buy it and listen to you jerks.
Well, I just real quick. So clearly you're not the one checking Quicken.
No. We have separate accounts and joint accounts, and this is out of hers.
Secret Santa stash. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So I get it, and I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. And I go to hook it up, and I know that with the upgrades I did over the summer, and I had a 970 card before, I knew I was VR ready and all that stuff, but I had never really checked too much into everything that I needed or whatever. So I'm down there and I'm digging around behind my PC, and the headset itself. And I know, Mike, that you had a couple different headsets at one time, and I know you complained a lot about the wires. Was that with the PSVR or
I've only had the Rift. I didn't have. I never had PSVR, but there was a lot of wires for the Rift, the one I had.
I wonder if that was the dev kit thing, because this has one wire coming out of the headset, and at the end of that wire, it splits into an HDMI and a USB, and that's it. So basically, I had that little
stand too. Snack break. Someone's having a snack break.
Right.
There's the two sensors each require a USB thing as well. So basically, you need 3 USB 3.0s and an HDMI port.
Yeah, I was trying to do it on my desk. Maybe you have it up in a room setup. It's not so intrusive.
Probably not. So I get back behind on the floor because like I said, I have a home theater PC, so it's basically a normal computer but on its side. I get back to the back and I look at my video card, and it only has one HDMI out.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm already using for my TV. I'm like, son of a bitch, there's no way I'm going to be able to say, honey, I need to buy a $300 to $400 video card so I can use this thing. So I'm looking around, and I'm like, well, what the hell are all these other ports? It has DVI ports or DVI-D ports on it. So I did some reading, and basically that works the same as an HDMI port. It just doesn't do sound. So luckily, the monitor I purchased over the summer had an HDMI to DVI-D, whatever, adapter on it. So I just grabbed that, put that in. Everything's good. I'm good to go. Yeah, I know, right? Because that was going to be a hot mess trying to explain and figure out how to get that. So I had to reroute the sound and everything like that, but I got all that figured out. I get it set up, and the very first thing that they do, they have you arrange the sensors and all that. You put in your height, so that way when you're in the different worlds, they have you so it looks natural to you based on how tall you are. And it says, all right, setup's complete, and it just kind of warps you into this. It almost looks like a trailer, and it's full of all this kind of old school electrical equipment. Like there's what looks like a VCR. There's all these CRT monitors and stuff like that. And I look down because you have the little hand controllers, and I'm like, son of a bitch, there's my hand, because it's like so. There's no lag whatsoever in anything. You look down, it feels like you're looking down. Your hand, it moves the way your hand does, and those touch controllers, they can tell when your hand is resting or your finger's resting on a button or on one of the sticks. And it kind of moves your hand in the game or whatever accordingly. So if you're not touching any of the buttons, your hand's wide open. If you rest your fingers on the buttons, it kind of closes them a little bit. And then if you actually squeeze the buttons, it makes a fist. So between your thumb, your pointer finger, and then your middle finger and your ring finger and pinky finger, those are all kind of together. You can actually make a lot of normal gestures. Like you can do a come here, you can point, you can wave, all that natural stuff, and you look down and you see this hand there, and it's really weird the first time you do it. Like it kind of freaks you out a little bit. And so I'm in this little trailer, there's all this stuff, and it has this light shining on top of this VCR looking thing on the lid. So I kind of reach out and I go to touch the lid, and right when my hand in the whatever I'm playing touches it, like the controller vibrates a little bit, just to kind of give you that confirmation that yes, you're touching this. I'm like, son of a bitch. So for 5 minutes I'm sitting there touching this lid off and on, touching it and touching it, because I'm like, this is crazy. I can't, like, I'm not even doing it. I'm just touching the stupid lid. I'm like, honey, come here, you got to see this. It feels like you're touching it. Which of course that looks insane.
There's a joke somewhere there.
Oh, there's that. So I'm going through, and it ends up, this thing turns into a robot. This robot kind of takes you into things. You have to wave at him first to, because he's scared when he first comes up. Then you point you do the come here gesture with this finger, and he comes up, and he starts giving you all these things to do. It was a nice intuitive tutorial on how to use the thing without actually saying, do this, make this or whatever. It was all very natural and everything. So I have to say that they put in a lot of work and did a lot of great work on making this something that once you get it all set up, pretty much anyone can use. So I went through the setup and all that. It came with 5 games. One was that Lucky's Tale game that I think, Eric, you played.
That's on the Xbox now. They ported it over.
But it's not in VR though.
Oh well, that thing's a hot bag of crap. That thing, it's like a Crash Bandicoot ripoff, but it actually made me and my wife both sick a little bit because the camera angles are so bad that it just there was like nothing to it. It was just a very generic platformer and everything. That was crap. The first game, because I'm expecting a lot of experiences, like that roller coaster thing, because I know those have been around. I'm expecting a lot of shooting gallery because, again, that's one of the easiest things to do, especially with these controllers, that it's very natural to like make a gesture like shooting a gun. I expect a lot of those. So the first one that I pulled up as far as an actual game was the what's it, Dead and Buried, I think I have it written down. Yeah, Dead and Buried. So the whole premise of this is you're like a cowboy ghost, and you're shooting other cowboy ghosts to send them back to hell or something. I don't know. It looks really cheesy, but then I get in and they're like, all right, partner, reach down to your holster and grab your iron. And I'm like, all right. So I do the gesture. I squeeze my middle finger to kind of, it's like I'm holding the handle of a gun. And son of a bitch, there's this old rusty 6-shooter sticking right in front of my face. It's got, it's all beat up and dinged up. It's got cobwebs hanging off of it. And I'm like, oh my God. And it's right in front of my face. It looks real. And so I'm sitting there and they're showing you how to shoot and everything. And you're like, well, this is how you reload. I'm thinking, a virtual cop or something like that where you shoot off the screen. No, you have to flick your wrist kind of to the side. It flips out the chamber where the bullets go in and spins, and then you flip it back over, kind of like your old-timey Western cowboy hero, and that's how you reload. I'm like, this is pretty cool, right?
Wow.
So I'm sitting, and again, you're looking down and the way the light is coming off the gun and everything, it's not just the old-time 90s or 2000s VR thing where it's all polygons and stuff. This stuff looks real. Mm-hmm. And so I'm sitting there and I'm playing that for a little bit. I'm like, oh my God. So the final game that I'm going to talk about, because there's a couple things I bought that I haven't really got into yet. The final game I'm going to talk about that's new is called Robo Recall. And Eric or anyone else with PSVR,
it's coming.
Oh my God, you have to get Robo Recall.
Oh, I've seen it, bro. Oh.
Yes, I put up like a quick clip. I think I put it up on the YouTubes if you want to check it out. It's kind of hard to watch. It's playing in my headset, it's playing on my TV, and then it's streaming, so it gets a little herky jerky at times. I get that, but it looks fine when you're in the actual game. But man, this is remember what's that movie AI with Will Smith where all the robots go crazy?
Right.
Okay, this is that, except you're going in to just beat the shit out of all of them. You go in, you got different guns, you got pistols, you got revolvers, you got shotgun, like a little energy rifle. You can go up, you grab them and just tear their heads off, their legs off. I took took his arm off and beat him to death with it. Just all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's one of those deals where if you're in the world, you feel like you're in the world. So you feel like you do crazy stuff. Like there's one robot, I bent him over the hood of a car, took the shotgun from his hand and blew off his ass because I could, and it's just, you're sitting there and you feel like you're in the Matrix or something like that. So, That game is just really good, and that's the thing that I'm really glad to see, that even though technically it's still kind of one of those shooting gallery games, but there's still a lot more movement. It's more of an actual video game than just some of these experiences and stuff like that. So, and it's made by Epic, so it's not like just a throwaway some guy in his garage thing. It's got a lot of good production value, and again, so it's things where I spent 10 minutes one night. in the office where you go in between your missions, picking up the coffee mugs laying around the place and picking up papers on the desk and shooting them in the basket, the waste paper basket, because you could do that, and the shit looks real, and the light, it's just crazy good.
Now, since both you guys have played this VR stuff extensively now, do you feel this is the future or just going to be a niche product, for enthusiasts going forward?
I think it could be the future, but I think right now it just takes a lot to get into it, and it's pricey, and it's coming down, but I think it could be the future. A lot of people don't really want to have stuff on their heads. I get that, but once you get into it and see what it's about, I think it'll change your mind.
Yeah, I agree. And Eric's been saying, you try it. You get somewhere and try it. And I would totally agree, because it's not until you have that moment where you keep just tapping the top of the VCR, thing, saying, oh my God, right. I can touch it. Until you have that moment or you look down and see the gun, it doesn't really make all that much sense. And it doesn't seem like much more than a video game. Now, with that said, there's still a lot of hot trash, because of course I'm going through Steam, and hey, great, it's a Steam sale going on. So all the VR games are on sale, and the Rift store, because they have their own separate environment, they're having a really good sale, and actually most of their prices are better than what's on Steam, if you can believe that. But there's still a whole bunch of garbage on both of those. But there's also some gems. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and I know I've been going on a long time, but we all know my love for Skyrim and my want for Skyrim VR. And if there was any negative to not getting the PSVR, it was that I wasn't going to get Skyrim because it's not out on PC yet. Well, some Googling led me to something called Vorpix, VORPX, and this is basically a third-party driver. I had to pay $40 to get it, which it was totally worth it. And what this does was allow you to play games that were built on DirectX, like Skyrim and Fallout, and basically it acts as a pass-through so that you can play those in VR. So for that $40, now there's a list of 150 supported games, including Skyrim, including Fallout, Mortal Kombat, all kinds of stuff that's out that I already have that I can now play in VR for that $40.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah. Now the only downside to it is because it is a third-party thing, and the main difference and the main benefit to having Skyrim VR direct from Bethesda is that they redesigned the game and the menus and everything to work with it naturally, whereas this is kind of a bit of a janky thing that you're doing. So there's a little bit more setup. So you have to go in and kind of resize the menus, and there's all kinds of settings and features for it, but it takes a little extra work. And I think that kind of goes to what Eric was saying, is that it's still not just plug and play for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better than it was 2 years ago when everything launched and everything was just an experience or a tech demo. There's some actual good games out now.
Yeah.
Matt, have you pre-ordered any during all this discussion?
It's all going. By the time Jeremy started and ended, it's actually at my doorstep right now.
I think
Amazon just delivered it.
Amazon,
Matt, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to drive
delivery.
up and try this.
Matt, have you ever tried a VR anything?
Yeah, we've got an Oculus at work that we use to go through our building models and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
Robo Recall has a lot of cool buildings in it with some architecture, so maybe you could try that at work. And tell them it's for research.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And what I like about it is most of the time, everything that's on Steam, the good stuff, for the most part, transfers over to PSVR. So that's cool.
Yeah, there hasn't been too many things that's on one and not the other. I also picked up in the Steam sale. It's a space game. It's been out on Xbox for Elite Dangerous. That has VR support, and I think it was like $8. So I picked that up. I haven't tried it yet, but it again, this was a really good time to pick that up with all the sales going on, because that's another thing, man. Those VR games, I get why they cost as much as they do, because they are pretty expensive. But it's a hard pill to swallow when you're paying $30 or $40 for a game that's 5 or 6 hours long. So, but there's a lot more production that goes into those too. But wait for a sale, I guess.
So 2 very quick questions on the surprise meter, 1 through 10. Were you surprised or no?
As far as like the
As the
seed under
gift.
the tree, or just
The gift.
oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
it was the last thing that I opened, and I wasn't even like in my brain like, oh man, I must be getting something big because I haven't got shit so far. It was just like, yeah, man, I've got a lot of great stuff. This has been a really good Christmas. And then I just, oh man, I looked at her, I'm like, this was too much. There's no way you should have bought this. And she's like, oh, just shut up. So I did.
That's great. And I can't remember what the other. Oh, I was going to ask you about the fitting. So big thing for me because I wear glasses and I got a Cro-Magnon head. It just for me, it didn't feel comfortable on my face. It was just incredibly tight, no matter how much I adjusted it. How do you feel it is for you?
I do have trouble with some of the text, though I don't know if that's because of my eyes or just because it's a weird thing where there's 2 different adjustments where you kind of move it up and down to get the most clarity, but then there's also a slider underneath that kind of moves the lenses from side to side. So it does take a little bit of tinkering, but for the most part, most of the games don't have a lot of reading in it, so it's not that big of a deal. But I don't think I could wear, because I have a pair of gunner glasses that I normally wear if I'm going to be playing for a long time. I don't think I could wear those with these, with the headset, but I also don't feel like I've needed them yet.
The PSVR is the most comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've tried on the Oculus, and I think probably the Oculus and the HTC, they'll probably get with that whole solid plastic form too eventually, probably.
All right. Cool. Anything else to add on VR, guys?
Get one.
Get one.
Try one. Try one.
Yeah, try one first.
Try one to make sure that you want to get one, but definitely, I would say it's definitely on its way to not being the gimmick that we were all afraid of.
So it's not Connect 3.0.
No.
Oh no. I mean, there's stuff out there that would basically. I mean, you get that shovelware like we had on the Wii. Yeah, they've got that problem, but it's getting better.
Cool. Eric or Jeremy, anything else to talk about that is not VR related?
That's all I've been playing is VR. I'm
Okay.
good.
Jeremy, you're good too?
I got some stuff I'll talk about next time.
Okay. Matthew, you still with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm
What
here.
about you? You been playing anything?
I'll go quickly here. Yeah, Santa Claus brought Destiny 2 to my son for Christmas, so I fired that up myself to play a little bit of that, and it's okay. The first 15, 20 minutes was frustrating because you're going through the whole story thing and all that stuff before you can actually open up in the world and that. And there's one part where it's for 5 minutes you're walking very slowly because you're hurt. You don't have your ghost or nothing. You're trying to get it. It's like, man, it's like, really? I'm spending 5-10 minutes trying to walk around slow and get somewhere.
Imagine if that was in VR. Been more immersive.
I'm sure it would have been much, much better then. So that, it's like, come on, don't do that type of stuff. But it's, it's Destiny again. You go through get your loot and your gear and stuff like that, and you go to the different planets and do your little quests and stuff. I'm only a level, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something like that, maybe. I don't know. I haven't played it in a couple of days.
Were you a big Destiny 1 fan though?
Destiny 1 was fine, yeah. At the beginning, until the grind started up every day where you had to try and find people to do the raid with and all that stuff. And, you don't want to do randoms because no one talks and stuff like that. So, I mean, it was fun there. I mean, there's a lot of times in Destiny 1 where Eric, AZ Rockside, and myself and a couple guys would get together for a night and do some quests and some raids and stuff like that, which turned out pretty well.
Now, was that during Lenten season? Oh,
yes, it was during Lenten season. But I never did buy the Destiny 1 DLC or anything like that, so the game ended fairly quickly for me. And I was like, well, I'm done.
Where's Zur this weekend? What's he selling? Where's Zur?
I got no freaking idea. I got no idea at all.
I forget what day it was earlier in the week. Matt was like, get that Destiny 2 on your Office PS4. I was like, sure, not a problem. We'll do that. And then Matt was in the game. I joined his game. I don't know. We must have played for like 20 minutes. The game kicked him out. He's like, I'm fucking done with this for tonight. He's like, I'm going to bed.
Yep.
I was like, oh, you must really be liking Destiny. He's like, yep, I'll see you tomorrow. Going to bed. Good night.
It came up with like a network error or something like that and kicked me out of the game. And I was like, yep, I'm done. I'll talk to you later, Mike. I'm going to bed. I'm out of here. This is it.
You've been having the network error and the NAT thing. Now, that's all post getting your Nighthawk router, right?
Yeah, it's not a NAT thing, though, because my NAT's open.
Mm-hmm. But that's the message I'm saying.
No, it's not. No.
What's the message you get when it kicks you out?
It doesn't say anything about NAT. It says it's you're no longer in a party due to a network error.
Oh, network error, okay. I know we were having some issues, too, with the NAT was incompatible in chat a while ago.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
All right. So it just kicks you out. So I wonder if it's the same thing.
No,
I don't know.
That was the Xbox app.
Oh,
that was the Xbox app. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Well, Matt, I know a guy that can help you out with this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I know a guy.
Who?
Jay, he told you last night.
Yeah, we talked today.
Oh, you did? All right. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, he said the same thing about NAT. I was like, no, it's not NAT. I never say anything about NAT. It was a network thing. So I Googled it, and I did a little bit of research on it, Googling. It seems like there's quite a few people have this issue with the latest update. So maybe somebody's aware of it. I don't know. I might look a little bit more into it later, sometime, maybe tomorrow or something like that. Do a little more Googling. Because it happened today. During the day, it happened too. It's only been happening at night. But today it happened too. So I was like, oh, well. But just the Destiny 2, which is okay. Fortnite, obviously. And then getting some more Horizon Zero Dawn again. Played some more of that. Did a little bit of that there. So that's about it.
Talk about the Fortnite real quick.
Mm-hmm.
They got this high explosive mode now, where it's only rocket launchers, snowball throwers, and grenades. Or maybe smoke too. That is high-paced, high-octane, but I still haven't been able to ride a rocket yet. Insert your joke there. Have you done any rocket riding, Matt, that I'm not aware of?
Not that I would like to talk about, no.
Okay.
I have not.
I thought honestly,
really, I don't. Go ahead.
I thought I would see a lot more rocket riding in the game.
Yeah,
no, go ahead.
I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I really like that mode too much. It's kind of hard to aim at because the rockets, just shoot one and the guy's already moving out of the way of the rocket or something like that. So it's just kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's something fun, different to do, but I would not like to play that all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't care much for Fortnite, but I do like that they are trying new things and bringing out new modes and kind of testing the waters a lot. It seems.
Yeah, they're not resting on just one map and then putting out another map. A year later, they're like you said, constantly testing, fine tuning. I guess there's going to be a pistol only mode coming up or something along those lines. Silent pistols. So. We'll see what happens. Constantly tweaking. I was surprised they were putting in all this work in right around the holidays. Maybe they figured it was beneficial, people getting their new consoles and wanted to play something that was free because they couldn't afford a game as well. So that probably worked in their favor. Anything else, Matt? That's it, really?
Nope, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't really have any. It's just been a Fortnite addiction. I played a few things today on the stream that were very bad that are not even worth talking about. So I hope to get back into some other games.
Your medical insurance might be able to help you with your addiction since it's the real now.
I'll have to see. I don't have a high deductible like someone on this podcast, so they might be able to help me out. All right, let's get into the news here. We don't have too much, but we'll dive in here in just a minute.
Really? Okay, do you hear what he just said? He just said, why don't you, for once in your life, just do the fucking news? All right, no. I'm going to do the fucking news. No, here is the fucking news.
All right, so you guys, it's the holiday. It's New Year's Eve. There's not much going on, so there's really no games to speak of that are releasing this week. So I came up with just a new segment here. I've heard on other shows, facts, not opinions. Well, I'm not going to ask you to tell me if it's a fact or opinion. I'm just going to give you the facts. So as I was digging through the news this week, I found some interesting tidbits on the Nintendo Switch. This is had a huge month in December. They sold over 900,000 systems in the month of December, and that's in Japan. All right, if you want to put that in perspective, the Switch has now sold just under 3.3 million Switch consoles in Japan. That's more than the PlayStation 2's first year, and matching the total of the Wii U lifetime sales in Japan. So the Switch is for real. For real.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move over to PUBG. We get some stats on that. 2 days ago, December 29th, Battlegrounds eclipsed 3 million players. Steam itself put the number at 3,106,358. Exactly. To put that into perspective, the game in second place right now is Dota 2. And that game has only ever had a maximum of 1.29 million players at one time. Currently, Dota 2 is sitting at 700,000.
Dota 2 is a huge game, too.
Yep.
Huge.
And these are some other big numbers. Discord, which Jeremy refuses to partake in. But they're really not waiting for you, because currently Discord, as of this month, has 87 million users with 14 million daily active users sending 9.5 billion messages a month. Those are some of the facts I have this week for you guys. The other news items I want to talk about, Matt loves his free games, so we're going to discuss free games for the month of January.
Free is good.
Free is good. So for the PlayStation Plus, Deus Ex Mankind. And
good game.
It is a good game. And Batman, the Telltale series.
Mm-hmm.
You picking those up, gentlemen? I think that's season 1.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
No.
No, you're not going to pick either one of them up.
It's free, bro. You can't beat free.
The Deus Ex, I might get that, but not the Telltale game. No.
Matt is very anti-Telltale.
I don't like them.
No. Well, your kids might like them. You never know. They're free. You don't even have to download them. Just add them to the library. Anyways,
Isn't that one really QuickTime heavy?
Yeah.
It's QuickTime heavy, but it's not. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
All right, so some other things for the PlayStation Plus this month. Sacred 3 is on the PlayStation 3. The Book of Unwritten Tales 2 is on the PlayStation 3. For the Vita, Psycho Pass, Mandatory Happiness, and Uncanny Valley. Both of those. Now, there's also, lastly, for fans of Warframe, you can grab the PlayStation Plus Booster Pack 2 bundle to help you get started on your adventure in the Origin system. The pack includes 100 platinum and 50,000 credits.
Not shabby.
Not too shabby?
No.
Nope.
All right. There's a bunch of other stuff that it comes with too, but I'm not going to read you all that. So if you're interested in that for Warframe, I know Team Chaos Theory is doing a lot of that stuff when he's not playing Fortnite, and Jeremy's a big a booster of Warframe, so that's for you guys.
Gracias.
Matt, in your Xbox One that you're using all the time, I hear?
Yeah, I'm always on it.
Always. It's going to be hard to go back to work. Let's see. For you, Matt, on the Xbox One from January 1st to the 31st is going to be The Adventures of Van Helsing 3. Also, January 16th through February 15th is Zombie, which I think was the was that Wii U game, Zombie U or something like that. It's the same game.
Yeah.
That they just ported over.
Yeah, same thing.
For the 360, Tomb Raider, this is the, which one is it? Tomb Raider Underworld. That's going to be from January 1st to the 15th. And then from January 16th to the 31st, it's going to be Army of Two. I actually played Army of Two. It's not too bad. So if anybody's going to be getting that, I'd love to run through co-op again on that. It's a lot of mindless fun. So I don't know if it holds up. That could be the problem.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to get into it back in the day, but then I remember weren't the controls really like ass backwards from every other type of shooter that we're used to?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I just know it was like over the top violence. You was killing everything. So, those are the games for Games with Gold for January. The last bit of news I have is Nintendo has delayed 64 gigabyte cards until 2019.
A whole nother year.
Yep.
Wow.
So I'm not sure what the dealio is on that, but they have put out the news that it's going to be another year. So you'll have to keep juggling those cards around if you've already had them filled out. All right, guys, that's all the news I have. I know everybody wants to get to their sweethearts and give them a kiss on the cheek for a Happy New Year and all that stuff. So we can end things there and get into some shout-outs, unless Matt had some terrible topics you had to discuss.
Let's save it for next week.
Let's save it. Okay. All right, Matt, you want to wish anybody a Happy New Year or tell them to jump off a bridge? Anything you want to do here? The floor is yours.
I wish everyone, Happy New Year, everybody, and thank you for the past couple months of listening to the show and watching streams and doing all that crazy stuff. And hopefully, 2018 we improve the podcast, our streams, everything, and make things a very enjoyable 2018 for you guys to watch and listen to us freely.
No crossing the streams.
Right.
All right, Matt. Very good. Jeremy?
Yeah, a lot of the same thing. Just looking forward to see what happens over the next few months, and going to be fucking up some robots here in the near future.
But I thought you're not. Oh, you already bought the game, right? But no new games. Though.
Yeah, it was. It came with it. It's free.
So I want to ask you, when we get to like what you've been playing section, you're just going to be discussing old games. If you discuss new games, we're just going to buzz you. We're going to give you like a buzzer.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Eric, how about yourself?
Hopefully, I could be fucking up some robots soon when the thing when it comes over to PlayStation VR. But man, I want to shout out to everybody that listens. Special shout out to the Mafia Thug and Latina Mafia. You know, we always thinking about you guys, and that's cool that everybody voicemails and emails and gets on the the Discord and talks to us, and I love it. Matter of fact, man, I talked to Vaughn for about an hour the other night.
Nice.
He jumped on. He saw me on PlayStation, and he jumped on. I talked to him for about an hour, man. So shout out to him and everybody else that gets on and communicates, and I do listen to you guys. I know when you guys be streaming and playing, I'm at work or something, I listen and I'm always there, and I hear all the fellas and everything. Just a good group of people out there, man. So shout out to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody, man. That's all I got.
Eric's in the shadows. He's lurking.
Yes.
All right. Yes, exactly the same thing. Thanks again to everybody that participates, leaves voicemails, watches us. Even the people, the majority of people don't say anything, and you guys are just as important as well. The people that are continuously downloading and enjoying the podcast. So, shout out to all you guys. Happy New Year, and this has been episode 10. We will see you in a week for episode 11. See ya.
Very nice.
So what's up, shut up, man? She gave me a shout out last show. Y'all know he's unofficially the member of the crew, right? Staff member of the band near. So just want to shout out doubled up, and every week we to an end here with fries. Got to say so. Shut off the fridge.
Hey, double left in the building.
What the hell?
Yes.
That was great.
That is some Google Translate for you.